because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond.
Y'all, the tea is piping hot today, and I hope you're sitting down because what I'm about to tell you might just break the internet. Imagine this, a music icon, polished to perfection, a billionaire businessman, and a loving family man. But behind the scenes, sis, the skeletons in the closet are about to burst out. Jay-Z's past is back to haunt him, and honey, this time, his former mistress is spilling tea that is messier than we've ever seen. Carmen Bryan is not holding back anymore, and she's coming for Jay's entire legacy, from her claims of betrayal, heartbreak, and cringe-worthy moments to the resurfacing rumors about other women. It's about to get juicy, and trust me, there's more. So grab your popcorn because we're diving into Jay-Z's past, Carmen's shocking revelations, and the hidden side of hip-hop's biggest power player. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's set the stage here. If the name Carmen Bryan sounds familiar, that's because she's hip-hop history. Carmen was not just Jay-Z's former mistress. She was also famously involved with Nas. Yep, you heard me. We're talking about the love triangle that gave us some of the messiest beefs in rap history. Carmen first met Jay-Z back in 1995. Jay was fresh off the release of Reasonable Doubt, and Carmen, she was still with Nas at the time. In her memoir, Carmen paints Jay-Z as the ultimate smooth talker. She describes him as warm, humble, funny, basically everything you'd expect from a man who's got game for days. But here's where it gets weird.
After a year.
After
about a year and some change, as things changed. Yeah.
And this was Jay-Z during which album? I mean, Reasonable Doubt was already out.
One night, after hanging out at a friend's place, Carmen says she fell asleep on the couch and woke up to Jay-Z kissing her. Yep, sis said she literally woke up with his lips on hers. Now you tell me, waking up to someone kissing you? Red flag. Carmen said the kiss made her melt, but honestly, that's just giving creepy vibes. Fast forward a year later, and things between Carmen and Jay finally turned physical. And while she claims their connection was intense, she's also made it very clear that Jay's actions were always, let's say, questionable. From pursuing her while she was still with Nas, to later airing out their entire business in his music? Yeah, Carmen's story is not a cute look for Jay-Z. So let's talk about how things went public between Carmen, Jay-Z, and Nas. At one point, Carmen says she got pregnant by Jay-Z, but tragically suffered a miscarriage. And y'all...
At one point, you were pregnant by Jay?
Yes, I had a miscarriage.
Okay, this is before the whole
This was like before all of that.
How far along were you?
I believe I was definitely less than 3 months. It was the first trimester. It wasn't.
It was still early.
Exactly. Yeah, it wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't planned. It wasn't like, oh, we're gonna have this.
Jay's reaction? Carmen said she told him after the fact, which is wild because what does that say about their entire relationship? But hold on, it gets worse. When the beef between Nas and Jay-Z hit its peak, Jay decided to drag Carmen into it. Remember the diss track Super Ugly? In the song, Jay-Z raps about smashing Carmen in Nas's Jeep and leaving condoms in her baby's car seat. I'm sorry, what? Jay didn't just come for Nas's neck. He humiliated Carmen and her child for the entire world to hear. Imagine the level of betrayal. Carmen has said this was the moment she lost all respect for Jay-Z, and honestly, can you blame her? It didn't stop there though. Carmen also got dragged into Jay-Z's song Is That Your Chick, where he and Memphis Bleek hinted at sleeping with her behind Nas's back. Jay-Z might have thought he was being clever, but all he did was turn Carmen's life into a public circus. Sis, the disrespect was real. Now, if you thought Carmen's story was shocking, let me remind you about Kathy White. Kathy was another woman rumored to have been involved with Jay-Z, and here's where things take a dark turn. Kathy White passed away in 2011 from a brain aneurysm, but y'all, the timing of her death sent the rumor mill into overdrive. Why? Because Kathy reportedly threatened to expose her relationship with Jay-Z right before she died. Now let's be clear, there's no solid evidence to back up those conspiracy theories, but the fact that people still talk about her death as suspicious, that says a lot. Whether it's true or not, Kathy's story highlights a pattern of secrecy, silence, and messy behavior that follows Jay-Z wherever he goes. Now let's not forget Foxy Brown. Foxy was just 15 when she signed to Rockefeller Records, and for years there's been speculation about her relationship with Jay-Z. Both of them have denied the rumors, but let's be real, people don't just pull stories like this out of thin air. The fact that Foxy's name keeps popping up in conversations about Jay-Z's treatment of women, it's giving pattern. Whether the rumors are true or not, they only add to the long list of stories that paint Jay-Z as someone who's shady at best when it comes to women. Here's the thing, y'all, Jay-Z has worked hard to build his image as the ultimate success story. He's a billionaire businessman, a philanthropist, and one half of hip-hop's power couple with Beyonce. And let's be honest, the world wants to see him as the perfect family man. But these stories, they tell a different story. From Carmen Bryan's messy memoir to the conspiracies around Kathy White, and even the whispers about Foxy Brown, it's clear that Jay-Z's relationships with women have been complicated.
Well, it's my soulmate, it's the person I love, you know, and you can be in love with someone. You can love someone and and if you haven't experienced love and you don't understand it and you don't have the tools to move forward, then you're gonna have complications.
But to say the least. And while he's managed to control the narrative for years, social media has made it impossible to bury the past. Now let's talk about Beyonce. Bey has been by Jay-Z's side for over 20 years, and their marriage has been sold to us as the ultimate love story. But with all these resurfacing allegations, you've got to wonder, what has Beyonce had to endure behind closed doors? We all remember Lemonade, when Bey hinted at Jay-Z's infidelity, and of course the infamous elevator fight with Solange. But through it all, Beyonce has stayed quiet. Is she choosing to protect her family's privacy, or has she just accepted this as part of her reality? Either way, her silence speaks volumes. And let's not forget their kids. Jay-Z himself has admitted that he fears how these allegations could affect his children, especially Blue Ivy. And honestly, that's fair. But it doesn't erase the fact that these stories keep coming back to haunt him. So what's the truth here? Are these stories just part of the messy world of fame and relationships, or do they reveal who Jay-Z really is behind the scenes? From Carmen Bryan's heartbreak to the whispers about Kathy White and Foxy Brown, the pattern is hard to ignore. Jay-Z might be a musical genius, a business mogul, and a cultural icon, but the way he's treated the women in his life? Sis, that's a conversation we need to keep having. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is Jay-Z's perfect image starting to crack? Or is this just old drama being resurfaced? Either way, the tea is hot, and I'll be watching to see what happens next. Until then, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!